class of 2010, Ms. Heather Pearson will address the graduates.
Can everyone hear me? Well, I feel kind of bad now because now that Corrigan talked about people making fun of other people, I was going to do that in my speech. Well, I'm Heather McPherson, and since my grades were the highest, that means I'm the best one to give a speech about the sentimental journey through high school. Here's my best. I can't believe this day is finally here. We've anxiously awaited this since we arrived for our first day of high school. Most of us felt like this day would never come. And now that it has, most of us can't even fathom it. Here we all are, gathered for possibly the greatest day of our lives. Adri's 18th birthday. Happy birthday, Adri. You look so grown up, 4'8" in your heels. Before I wrote my speech, I was told how formal this occasion is supposed to be. So, it's expected to be boring, so if you fall asleep, I truly won't be offended, especially if your name's Mr. Bruton. In all seriousness, Mr. Bruton is one of the many great teachers who has made me who I am today. Without teachers who push us, most of us would lack motivation. I can prove this by quoting Garrett Caperton. People who try are the ones who aren't talented enough to slack. That's the attitude we would all have if teachers weren't sometimes a little bit tough on us. Without them, we might not be tough enough on ourselves. Without teachers who care, I would not be standing here at this very moment being cliche. Our 43rd President of these United States, George W. Bush, once said, "Rarely is the question asked, is our children learning?" Well, I can assure you, here at Whitney High School, our children is learning. Our children is the future. The graduating class of 2010 is strong because we realize our potential to become something greater than we are now. A quote I have always appreciated states, "There is more in us than we know. If we can be made to see it, perhaps one day we will never settle for less." I'm not sure who said that, but I think it was Fergie. Class of 2010, if you can realize your potential, one day maybe you could be like Fergie too. Especially you, Jacob. Needing inspiration for my speech, I spent a whole weekend watching Lifetime Movie Network. Unfortunately, all it did was convince me that my husband was cheating on me. So, a tub of Rocky Road, hours of crying, and a half bottle of aspirin later, I moved on. I spent the next weekend watching High School Musicals 1, 2, and 3. I don't recommend it. It left me with more questions than answers. Like, is Zac Efron gay? I have, however, prepared a few choreographed graduation scenes, so after this is over, if everyone could sit tight and I'll get those to you and cooperate, because it took me a long time. Anyways, Finally, I found the inspiration I was lacking. It came to me in a dream. I was sitting there in economics, trying to sleep, but all Coach Williams wanted to do was just talk the whole time. All this guy does. Okay, but I had a dream. I had a dream that, this is going to sound kind of crazy, but Spider-Man swung into economics, stole Coach Williams' mustache, looked directly into my eyes only, and said, "With great power comes great responsibility." My point should be obvious by now. The power is in the mustache. I want you to remember that, class of 2010, as you endeavor in your future. If at first you don't succeed, grow a mustache. As we move on with our lives, and Jacob continues perfecting Fergie's dance moves in his mirror, we must remember where we started. At little old Whitney High School, we all got the opportunity to know one another. We know each other better than we probably know some of our family. We know each other's dreams, each other's likes, dislikes, the way we get butterflies as we stare intently into each other's light blue eyes. The friendships we've built over the years are something I'll never forget about high school. Each friendship we made opened up a new part of our old soul. I entered high school a timid freshman and left a man. At this time, I would like to thank everyone who has had an influence on my life. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for supporting me and always being there for me to lean on. Thank you, Ms. Hanks, for approving this speech and always being there for me to lean on. Thank you to all my teachers and coaches for pushing me to succeed and always being there for me to lean on. Thank you, Justice Esquivel, for being my best friend and always being there for me to lean on. Thank you, Shelby Craves and Kelly Burnett, for paying to have your name in my speech. And always being there for me to lean on. Thank you, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, for adopting underprivileged kids and always being there for me to lean on. Last but not least, I would like to thank you, class of 2010, for being in the same grade as me and for always being there for me to lean on. High school has brought us many joys and many stresses, much like my 4 beautiful children. I'm just kidding. I don't have children anymore. Thank you once again, Angelina Jolie. Sometimes the stresses of high school were overwhelming, but the joys outweigh the stresses when you consider the relationships we have developed, the memories we have created, and the future we have ahead of us as a result of our hard work and determination. Class of 2010, I want you to know that I have nicknamed you Santa Claus, because I will continue to believe in you no matter what shame it brings to my family, or what the therapist says is okay for an 18-year-old. As I was writing my speech, I was uncertain whether it met the time frame expectations, so I decided to throw in a few quotes that I find motivational. The first, the vitality of thought is an adventure. Ideas won't keep. Something must be done about them. The second, the past is a source of knowledge, and the future is a source of hope. Love of the past implies faith of the future. That was Stephen Ambrose, although some would argue it was Fergie. And my personal favorite, if you ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby. Did it, Ricky? Not too long ago, we were just freshmen, waiting impatiently for this day to arrive. But now that it has, we are undoubtedly filled with conflicting feelings. Most of us are joyful But statistically, 75% of us also have a hint of sadness in our hearts. I mean, sure, it's her 18th birthday, but some of us didn't even get invited, and that makes us feel bitter inside. To all of you fitting this description, I say, carpe diem. It's Latin, so I put it in my speech. I have a new class motto also. If you're going to do a senior prank, you better enjoy it, because you're going to get in trouble. I would like to leave you with a song that has special meaning to me. It may even play some crucial role in achieving your dreams. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to play it, so if you could all just sing the chorus of Don't Stop Believing as I walk up the stage, I would appreciate it. At least hum it. It's part of my high school musical routine. I wish you all the best of luck, even you, Jacob.
That was great. It's hard to follow. Mr. Salih?